Hello everyone and welcome to 3Ps and Games. In this video I'm just going to be looking over the recent Pokemon Presents, the announcement, and just giving my opinions on it. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the gaming industry. So the Pokemon franchise is one of my favorite franchises in gaming. I would say probably my number 2 franchise in gaming. It used to be my number 1, but Scarlet and Violet pushed it down. The release was not really great, but it seems to be something they are looking to improve with Pokemon ZA. Looking at the video, it was really interesting. They gave a lot of mobile updates and whatnot, but I think the thing I was most impressed by, or the thing I would say I was most intrigued by, was Pokemon Champions. So the announced Pokemon Champions, which seems to be a Pokemon battle focused game, it's going to be available on Nintendo Switch and mobile, which is really interesting because I was quite surprised they would, release a battle game separately. But when I think about it, Pokemon Go is a catching game and that was released separately. So, it makes sense that, it's possible they can release a battling game separately as well. But I just trying to think that, okay, when the main games come and, you also battle in those main games. So maybe this is an esports play or a way to have a SKU that also works on mobile. No announcement whether it's going to be free to play. I figure it's most likely going to be free to play. And you can also connect your Pokemon from other games, from Pokemon Home to the service, which is interesting. But it was a fun announcement. I'm looking forward to hearing more details about that. But the one I was looking forward to was Pokemon Legends ZA. Really interesting take on the Pokemon franchise. I really loved Legends Arceus. It's one of my favorite games that year. I completed the Pokédex. It was really interesting. Sometimes I wish Nigeria had a larger, or not really larger. I wish Nigeria had a strong Pokemon community, in terms of battling or trading or whatnot. But it's hard to get guys that like Pokemon around. They are, but having a community or whatnot for Pokemon specifically is tough. Nigeria is a FIFA country essentially, so yeah, it can be quite difficult at times. But maybe now that the game is on mobile and it's more accessible, maybe we have a bunch of people also coming on board. I don't know if they will consider that, but in the future, maybe if they release the older games for mobile as well officially, then maybe people will be able to, access those games and, build love for the franchise. But that's just wishful thinking. This is, an interesting scenario. They're going to be putting it in Lumiere City alone. I'm still not sold on this game taking place on the old city and these zones they are creating for wild Pokemon. Really doesn't make sense. The graphics kind of look dated. Some terrible textures on the walls. The balcony is just like a 2D texture. Really, really, really poor stuff in some places. And I understand, Game Freak is not the technical wizards that other developers are, so you have to manage certain things with them, all in all. But the new battle system seems to be what a lot of people are talking about, and that's what I really am looking forward to trying out when eventually the game comes out. The new battle system seems to be more active. Arceus was active, but this seems to be more active. You can move your Pokemon around. Essentially, for me, this is what I dreamed of playing when I read the Pokemon Specials manga. If you know, the Pokemon Special manga, reading that when I was younger, and also in my late teens and whatnot. I think these are some of the things I wanted in a Pokemon game, and we're getting it. Of course, I wish it looked better, but I think we'll manage good, character design, good Pokemon models. As long as there's, native res on the Switch handheld screen, I think that's fine. If you can get 720p on the handheld screen, I think that's fine. There's a lot of aliasing. Yeah, it doesn't look fantastic, but yeah, as long as it looks okay on the screen, that's good enough. Scarlet and Violet didn't look good on the screen, was laggy, was buggy. Yeah, I just hope this leaks works well. fine performance, not spectacular, but at least hits 30 FPS, stays there, and plays well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. In terms of release date, they didn't announce a release date, but they just said late 2025. It's expected. I'm sure this is, the Switch 2 holiday title. They're really hoping to drive sales of Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch for the last holiday. Hoorah! Well, I'm mostly sure they're going to be hoping this will help push Nintendo Switch 2 sales as well. I don't know if there may be a Switch 2 version, but I think there probably may be a Switch 2 version of the game that maybe looks better or hits a higher dynamic resolution or whatnot. Maybe they may not even have a specific SKU for Switch 2, just use the Switch SKU and expect people to play it because it has inherent benefits. But it'll be fun to see what they do about that. Interesting game here. Looking forward to this. I think Pokemon franchise has been growing and doing really well. There are a bunch of announcements for mobile games, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon TCG, and they're really growing the franchise and doing really well. Lots of updates on other games, Scarlet and Violet. But for me, these were the two things that were quite important. Very intrigued by Pokemon Champions. I want to see how far they can push this mobile strategy they are doing. Maybe they can bring other games, but yeah, I'm really intrigued and happy for this, Pokemon Presents. Looking forward to the Direct in April and hope, we get some great news from there as well. So thank you very much for this brief video. Once again, if you like this video and you want more insights in the game industry, follow and, subscribe. Stay tuned for, more videos on what makes video games successful. I'm going to be dropping a gameplay video probably early next week. Stay tuned for that. Thank you very much.